Okay, what we're dealing with today is the 2012 Prius V. It has the 1.8, and this customer actually has already spent a lot of money trying to get her car repaired. Initially, she took it to a hybrid shop, so-called hybrid shop in the San Francisco Bay Area. It actually has the word hybrid in the name. I'm not going to say which one it is, but there's only like 5 or 6 to choose from. First, they charged her $700 to change the spark plugs because they told her, hey, maybe your spark plugs are bad. The very next, she paid the money, she drove it home. The very next morning, it was shaking again. They never once did tell her that her coolant level was going, this is the coolant right here, that her coolant level was going down. That combined with the shaking in the morning is, as any hybrid shop would know, that's a head gasket problem. But it didn't stop there. She took it back to the shop. They told her, maybe your spark plugs went bad because your coils are bad. They charged her an additional $500 to change the coils. Now she's in the hole $1,200. They said they fixed it. She paid them the money, drove it home. The very next morning, guess what happens? It shook again. Eventually they told her that she needs an engine. Head gasket was bad, which is true, it was bad, but that she needed to put in a used engine. It had supposedly low miles, maybe like 50 or 60,000 miles. There's no way to tell when you put the engine in. The problem is when you put in a used engine, you're gonna get a used head gasket. It's gonna fail. You're on borrowed time. Most likely the head gasket, the engine that they put in was taken out because of a small head gasket leak. It ran good for about 2 weeks. She spent they charged her $3,800 though, by the way. So that $3,800 combined with the coils and the spark plugs ended up being about $5,000. A couple weeks later, the same problem happened again. Low on coolant, engine rattle in the morning on startup. Eventually, she got tired of them. She brought it to us. We do the free diagnosis. So we told her, yes, it's the head gasket. Of course, she told us, I already have another engine. So actually, she told us I have a new engine. We looked at the engine and just basically told her, no, you have a used engine. There's a spot right here you can tell if the head gasket was new. You can't see it on the video, but when we look in that little spot, little piece of the head gasket sticks out, and we saw that it was the original head gasket. The problem that this lady's encountering isn't the fact that she already spent $5,000 to have a car in the same position that it was before she spent that money. That was all the money that she had. And that sucks. Come to find out, she's living in this car now. And she got screwed out of all her money by some unscrupulous shop in the Bay Area. I mean, I just don't understand why these shops can just charge her so much money and they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Well, they know what they're talking about. They knew what they were doing, I think. It's because she's a woman and they want to see how much money they can get out of her. And what am I going to do? What are we going to do? Charge her another $1,550 or whatever to change it? She doesn't even have that money to begin with. So it'll be ready by later on this evening. She'll be ready to take it back home. We're not going to put her on, that could be like some people. I'm not going to put her face on YouTube or anything like that. We covered up the license plate number. But it just sucks. If you're searching through the videos and trying to find out what's wrong with your car, if you're losing coolant and the engine shakes in the morning, it's going to be the head gasket.